Oi, pessoal! Tudo bom, gente? Welcome to this Q&A. I'm very happy to be here with you today. Let me know if you guys can see me and hear me well. Tudo bom, Roger? Tudo bom, Pedro, Roy, Max, Margus, Mônica, James, Jacob? Tudo bom, gente? Jerke, Anderson. Olá, que bom ver vocês. It's so good to see you here. So if you're new to my channel, I want you to know that every Tuesday I publish a new lesson, a new video on my YouTube channel, and every Thursday I have this short Q&A just to talk about the lesson and answer your questions. And I love this Q&A because I see this as an opportunity to spend time with you guys and help you with your Portuguese. I speak in English in these Q&As because there are many students, beginner students in this channel watching this video, so I want everyone to understand me. Okay, but we also always practice a little bit of Portuguese in our classes. Muito bom, gente! Oi, Random, Zainab, Vicky, Andrew, tudo bom? Okay, guys, so before we talk about the last lesson, which is super fun, it was not a regular lesson, it was, sorry about the noise, I'm in Brooklyn now, so no, you know how it is. So the last video was not exactly a Portuguese lesson, it was an interview with polyglot Jan, and he speaks many languages, including Portuguese, so I invited him to for an interview speaking Portuguese, and it was super fun. So you can see how I like to interview people in Portuguese, so you can see, so we can talk about their difficulties and struggles learning Portuguese, and also I think it is a good inspiration for you guys, right? So you can see it is possible to learn and to achieve a good level of Portuguese. So I want you to get inspired by those people. So before, I would like to talk a little bit about things that Jan and I discussed in our last video. But before that, I have two important announcements for you guys. The first one is about the Brazilian Portuguese Week. If you have been following me for a while, you know that I host this online event once a week. So this year is the third Brazilian Portuguese Week. You don't have to have attended the first ones to attend this new one. They are not connected. It is an online event to help you practice Portuguese and brush up your Portuguese. It is super fun. So during one entire week from April 25th to May 1st, I will be teaching one live class a day. So one class a day for one entire week, and I'll also provide material, PDFs, worksheets, so you can download and study the lesson. Some lessons will be more directed for beginners and some lessons for intermediate level students. And the event is completely free. It's just to have fun and practice Portuguese together. So you can already sign up. It is completely free. I'm going to show you where you can sign up for the Brazilian Portuguese Week. So you just go to, let me see if I can show you. Okay, just placing this in the correct place. Oops, that's an old message. Okay, so just go to this website, BrazilianPortugueseWeek.com, BrazilianPortugueseWeek.com, and you find all the information about the event here, including the curriculum of classes, all the program. All classes will be from April 25th to May 1st. So it starts on a Sunday and ends on a Saturday. All classes will be at 2 p.m. New York time. Okay, so add it to your calendar so you don't miss the classes. But if you do miss a class, you can watch a replay. Okay, so the replays will be available. You have to sign up to have access to the material. Okay, so, and also the replays. But it is free. You just go to this website, click here and sign up for free, and then you just add your email and sign up. And this is the curriculum. So you have verb conjugations for beginners, basic sentence structure in Portuguese. So this is also beginner and intermediate level pronunciation training. This is helpful for everyone, right? prepositions in Portuguese, also beginner and intermediate level. And then we have 2 classes entirely in Portuguese for intermediate level students. One about compound tenses and the second one about idiomatic expressions. And the last day is also for every level, everyone. I'm just gonna share with you some study tips and answer questions. Okay, so this is the curriculum. I'm very excited about it. So don't forget to sign up and don't forget to add it to your calendar so you don't miss it, okay? And the second announcement that I have today is to remind those of you who are waiting to join one of my courses. My next classes start in May, so the first week of May, new classes starting. If you want to sign up, enrollment will be open at the end of this month. So also from April 25th to May 1st. So you can learn more about my courses on my website. Just go to speakingbrazilian.com, click in courses, and you see all the courses that I offer. I'm creating a new course now for intermediate level students with focus on grammar and conversation. I haven't published the course yet, but I will publish by the end of the week. So you can learn more about my courses in the website, but the enrollment is currently closed. I recommend that if you are interested, I recommend that you add your name to the waiting list. To add your name to the waiting list, just go to the website, and when you click on enroll, you see the form, so you can just add your name to the waiting list. The waiting list is just so I know that you are interested, and I'm gonna send you notifications about that specific course, okay? So that's it, guys. I'm very excited. I'm not gonna talk about my courses anymore because I want to talk about the last lesson. But if you are interested in my courses, don't forget to check it out and sign up for the Brazilian Portuguese Week. And if you have any questions about courses, just email school@speakingbrazilian.com, and my assistant Aline is going to help you. Okay, so let's talk about the last lesson, my conversation with Jan. Jan speaks 7 languages, which is pretty amazing. And he also speaks Portuguese. I would like to know if you guys watched the interview. Did you enjoy the interview? Did you find it inspiring? Let me know what did you think about the interview. You can try to type it in Portuguese to practice a little bit. Tente escrever em português para praticar pouco. I'm gonna read some of the comments here. I see some comments and maybe questions. And it is hard for me to read all the comments, so if you have a question for me, you can post it more than one time, okay? So I have a better chance of seeing your question. Muito bom. I see. Que bom que você gostou da entrevista, Margus. Muito bom. So Pedro has an interesting question. Virginia, em todas as regiões do Brasil, os habitantes têm nome próprio? Exemplo, Rio de Janeiro, Carioca, São Paulo, Paulistas. Yes, so we always have a name for the people who are born in some place, in a specific place, but usually the names are related to the name of the city. So the name Carioca is interesting because it is a different name, right? It has nothing to do with the name Rio de Janeiro, but usually the names are very similar to the name of the city or the state, right? So Paulista are those who are born actually in São Paulo state. Those who are born in São Paulo city are called paulistanos. So we have paulistano and paulista. Rio de Janeiro, in the city, those who are born in the city are called cariocas, and in the state they are called fluminenses. So yes, we always have like different names. So for instance, I was born in the state called Piauí. So the name for those who are born in Piauí is piauiense. So eu sou piauiense, porque eu nasci no Piauí. And the name of the city where I was born is Teresina. And those who are born in Teresina are called teresinense. So eu sou piauiense e teresinense. So you see, usually it's the name of the state or the city, and then you just add the ending ense at the end. This is the most common name, but there are other variations. For instance, those who were born in this city called Curitiba, they are called Curitibano. Curitibano. So I have many Curitibanos friends. So it changes a little bit from one place to another. Very good question, Pedro. What else, guys? What are the comments about the lesson or any questions you have? I'm here to help you with your Portuguese and answer your questions. Muito bom. Olá, Robinson, does the enrollment further explain pricing? Yes. So if you go to my courses page, I realized that I used to have the old courses page that I had. It was a little bit confusing. So I'm creating new pages with that are much more clear with the pricing and everything else. So if you go to the page that I just showed you, you see all the pricing available. So I'm going to show you the page. So this page, just give me a second. Okay. So if you go to the end of the page, you see all the options available. So this is the beginner course. So the website is speakingbrazilian.com/essential course, but you find also this in the main page, on the main page. So you see the options. You have the regular price for including Zoom classes and the other price not including weekly classes. Also payment plan is available. So all this information is available on the page, okay? So you just click on the course that you are interested and then you can see all the pricing information. If you're not sure what your level is, you also find a placement test available on my website, okay? So you can take the test and see what is the best course for you. Okay, more questions, guys. So John has a question. Virginia, would the intermediate course also be available now in May? Yes. So all my courses are open for enrollment at the end of April and new classes are starting in May. So I'm offering 4 different classes now, different courses. The beginner's course for those who are starting or those who have been studying just like Duolingo and apps and programs. I recommend you join the beginner's course because these apps, they don't give you a solid foundation and you need a solid foundation. So the beginner's course. The second one is the pre-intermediate workshop. This is for those who completed the beginner's course, or if you have studied Portuguese in the past and you need to brush up your Portuguese, the pre-intermediate workshop is a good option because it reviews all the most important content, but it is more practical, a lot of conversation practice as well. And the third course is more focused on intermediate level grammar and conversation. So you need at least 6 to 12 months of study before you join this third course, the grammar and conversation workshop. This is the new one. And then I have the Speaking Brazilian Academy, which is focused basically on conversation. The Academy is not a regular course. There is no beginning, middle, and end. It is a membership course to practice conversation regularly. So 4 courses, you find more information on my website, and they will all be available for enrollment at the end of this month. Muito bom. Felipe is saying that Ian fala como gringo. Yes, of course, he's a gringo. So gringo is a fun name that we use to refer to those who are not Brazilians. So those who speak with an accent, you are a gringo. Usually it's used to refer to Americans, but we actually use this word also to refer to anyone who is not Brazilian, a foreigner, right? Someone that is foreign. It is a gringo. Muito bom. Você achou ele difícil de entender, Roger? Yes, he has, of course, a different accent, different from my accent, obviously. I like that he spoke really slowly, so I thought that would be easier for you guys to understand. But I understand that if you're used to me speaking Portuguese, it is really hard to understand someone else speaking sometimes. Muito bom, gente. Looking for more questions. Barriga Verde. I think that Barriga Verde are those born in Florianopolis. I think. The traditional name for those who were born in the city of Florianopolis is Florianopolitano. Big name, Florianopolitano. But I think that we also use the name Barriga Verde. I'm not sure if Barriga Verde is to refer to those who were born in the city, Florianopolis, or in the state, Santa Catarina. Not sure. I would have to check that out. Because Barriga Verde is more like a different fun name to refer to those. Because there is the official name, which is Florianopolitano, or in the state would be Catarinense. O nome para aqueles que nascem na Bahia, baiano ou baiana. So, a man who is born in Bahia is called baiano, baiano. Por exemplo, Caetano Veloso é baiano. So, Caetano Veloso is the famous Brazilian singer. He is from Bahia, so I would say that Caetano Veloso é baiano. And I have a friend, her name is Flávia, and Flávia is from Bahia. Flávia is baiana. Flávia é baiana. A Flávia é baiana, ela é da Bahia. Boa pergunta, Margos. Eu falei há algumas semanas atrás. Same meaning. So, two different ways of saying I spoke 2 weeks ago. So, every time you want to say ago, if you want to translate that into Portuguese, there are two ways of saying that. You could say, eu falei há algumas semanas, or eu falei algumas semanas atrás. We could also replace the word há with the verb faz. Eu falei faz algumas semanas. The meaning is exactly the same. The verb fazer in this case, faz, is a little bit more colloquial, and the verb the verb haver, is a little bit more formal, but both are commonly used in Brazil. Very good question, Margus. Muito bom. Olá, Kitty. Que legal, você é da Tailândia. Que máximo. Do you recommend learning Portuguese and French at the same time? Well, it can be a little bit confusing. I recommend that you study one language at least until you study all the basics, until you feel a little bit comfortable with that language before you start studying another one, because your brain can mix the two languages. On the other hand, one language will help the other, because French and Portuguese, they are both Romance languages, so they have a lot of similarities. Grammar is very similar. The root of the words, they are mostly the same. So it will help, but you can maybe make you can mix up a little bit. I think I recommend maybe study one of them at least for 3 months before you start studying the next one, so you can you avoid mixing them up. But I don't see why not. You can study both at the same time. I just recommend you try to break into different slots. So one day Portuguese, one day French, that could be helpful. If you think that it is getting too confused, then stop one of those languages for a while and then focus on one of them at a time. We're looking for more questions, guys. Sou de Oklahoma. Por que brasileiros falam sobre gringos? Como dizer por americanos pretos? You mean African Americans? We don't have a word for that in Portuguese. We just say americano. Like a black person in Portuguese, we could use the word preto or negro. Both words are used in Portuguese. They are not offensive. These two words are used. Ele é preto, ele é negro. Actually, the word negro is more commonly used, but now the community, the black community in Brazil, they are a few years ago, they started to use the word preto as well. So you could use but we don't make this distinction usually in Brazil. I never saw anyone say Americanos pretos. Nope, just Americans. So I'm not sure how to answer your question. Sim, as pessoas do Rio Grande do Sul são conhecidas como gaúchos. Yes. So there is a common. This gaúcho is also like, I would say, like a nickname for those who were born in Rio Grande do Sul, because the correct name would be Sul Rio Grandense. But you see, it's a big name, so nobody uses the correct name, which is Sul Rio Grandense, which is not the correct, but the traditional one, let's say. So we always say gaúcho. Gaúcho, it comes from a culture, and it's like a kind of cowboy culture. But in the end, because of the region, they have a lot of they have this culture in some parts of Rio Grande do Sul, but in the end, this word started to be used for everyone born in Rio Grande do Sul. So it's very common. I have a lot of friends who are from Rio Grande do Sul, and they are all gaúchos. We always call them gaúchos. Muito bom. What else? Claro, o Ian fala muito bem, mas seu português é obviamente melhor. Claro, mas eu sou brasileira. Muito bom, Camento. I'm glad we enjoyed the interview. Qual é o significado de carioca? So carioca is an indigenous word, and I actually talk about this in one of my last videos, the video that I published 2 weeks ago. If you have not watched it, I recommend you do. It is about indigenous words that we use in Brazilian Portuguese, and carioca is one of those words. It is a word of indigenous origin that means carioca means the house of white people. So this is how the indigenous people referred to those who lived in Rio de Janeiro in the colonial period, during the colonial period. So for that reason, people started using this word to refer to those who are born in Rio de Janeiro. Muito bom. A Mônica está perguntando quanto tempo dura Speaking Brazilian Academy. The Academy does not have a beginning and end. It is a membership course, and you can stay as a member for as long as you want. So I have students who are in the Academy for over 2 years now. And they have been improving their Portuguese regularly. It is a place to practice and maintain your Portuguese. So you're going to improve your vocabulary. We are going to review grammar once in a while, but the focus is not grammar, the focus is conversation. So each week you have access to new material about different topics. So for instance, this month we are talking about history. So I had an interview with a Brazilian history teacher, and we talked about history, Brazilian history, and so we studied this video in class, and we talk about it, we have conversations about this topic, and so each week we have you in the academy, you have access to new material and topics for conversation, and the focus is conversation. So the idea of the academy is to help you maintain and improve your Portuguese in a more natural environment, as if you were living in Brazil. How do you learn Portuguese naturally? You go out, you talk with people. So you read something, you watch something, you hear something, and naturally you will improve your Portuguese. So that's what I mean to offer in the academy, to offer you different tools to improve your Portuguese in a more natural way. So it's not a course with a structure like, with a very with a curriculum, a very defined curriculum. It's more like a natural place to practice Portuguese. Okay, Monica? If you are one of my students enrolled in one of my courses now, you will be invited to join the next course. So don't worry, I will guide you to move from one course to the other. Muito bom. Então, Pedro está perguntando, traduzindo canções do funk brasileiro com o propósito de aprendizagem de línguas faz sentido? Existem muitas abreviações e gírias locais em canções? Well, I personally don't recommend that you use funk music to learn Portuguese, because they use vulgar language and too informal. The language is too informal, and this language, the language used in funk, is only spoken by a specific group of people. So I think it is complicated. But if you have Brazilian friends and they like funk, then maybe it is a good thing for you to do, because if your friends use that language, then it is okay. but the language used in funk music, it is not used for everyone. Okay, not everyone would use that language. I don't use that language, and I don't listen to funk. But if you like that language, if you have friends that use that language, then I guess that's okay. So it's basically what you mean. Why are you learning Portuguese? What is your goal with Portuguese? Your goal is to be able to speak with everyone, to speak with your friends. What is the kind of music that your friends like? So be careful with that, because funk, I know it has a very good rhythm, right? It's a good music to dance, but be careful with the lyrics. The lyrics sometimes are very vulgar, so be careful with that. So about my Instagram, guys. So to answer my message, I sent you a message on they asking something and I didn't get any answer. My Instagram account was canceled. I talked about that a few weeks ago. It was in February, and I have my personal account. I don't answer messages in my personal account. These are just for family and friends. And I had a school account. I had over like 6,000 followers, and I've been using this account for about 3 years, and it was just canceled out of nowhere. I have no idea why. I never received any notification. I tried to get my account back in any ways possible. I contact Instagram via many different ways. I watched 50 videos about it and read all the articles available, and I could not get my account back. So that is very upsetting. And I don't have an account now because of that. I'm planning to transform my personal account into a business account, but then I have to delete all my personal stuff there before I do that. So I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry I did not answer you. Usually I do answer my Instagram messages, but I don't. My account was canceled. So if you send me a message via my personal account, I didn't even see it because I only see messages from friends. So I'm sorry about that. If you want to talk with me, the best way is email. Or just go to my website and click on contact. Ok. Você tem canal Telegram? I don't have Telegram, no. Como me preparar para a aula? You mean 29 de abril? You mean the Brazilian Portuguese week? You don't have to prepare the classes. I will give all the instructions for the class and all the materials, so you just have to show up. And be sure to sign up on the website brasilianportugueseweek.com, and you receive all the material and information via email. Muito prazer, Caio, obrigada. I don't understand what you're saying, Alok. Introduction video, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Muito bom, gente. Looking for more questions. Yes, you are still a gringo. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. You're a gringo. You're always a gringo. Muito bom. Looking for more questions. Okay, so many comments, guys. That's amazing. Gentle. I'm not sure I understand your comment, Alexandre. You mean the question about gentle needs more explanation because are the gentle and the noun for slang? Gentle, I'm not sure what you mean here. We don't use this word in Portuguese. We have the word gentil. Gentil means gentle, and it means kind. Someone kind, someone gentil. I'm not sure. Would like to ask the question a different way, Alexandre? Muito bom. Ok, guys. Excelente. So I think I answered all your questions. Então, essa pergunta sobre novelas. So I think that watching telenovelas is actually a good thing. Brazilian telenovelas are super dramatic, so get ready for that. But they use a lot of common language that you use every day. So you learn colloquial language, sometimes a little bit of you learn like a lot of different languages. So I think it is very interesting to learn Portuguese with telenovelas. I think it is useful. Also, you learn some slang, because usually telenovelas, they try to use the language of that character, right? So you learn different languages based on the character. So I think that's an interesting way of learning Portuguese. I think you'll find telenovelas on YouTube, and there is also Global Play. It doesn't work in every country, but Global Play is it is a paid subscription website that you have access to a lot of telenovelas and other stuff from this Brazilian TV network called Globo. So yes, I do recommend you watch telenovelas to learn Portuguese. You learn a lot about the culture, and it's fun. Just be prepared for a lot of drama, and that's normal in telenovelas. Muito bom, gente. So one last question before we finish the Q&A. So this is a fun question. I hear most women say muito legal, but with men, muito maneiro. Why is that? I think it depends on the region, because both are used, legal and maneiro. I never say maneiro because it doesn't feel natural to me, but a lot of people say maneiro. Women also say maneiro, I guess. I think it depends on the region. I think maneiro is used maybe in Rio de Janeiro, I'm not sure. So yeah, they have the same meaning. Maneiro, legal. Same meaning, like it means something cool, something nice. Que legal, que maneiro. Muito bom, gente. I hope this was useful for you. Don't forget to sign up for the Brazilian Portuguese Week and add it to your calendar from April 25th to May 1st. Every day I will teach one class, every day for 1 week. And you have access to material. It will be super fun. So from April 25th to May 1st at 2 p.m. New York time every day. And go to my website, BrazilianPortugueseWeek.com, to sign up. It's completely free. And I'll be here again next week, next Thursday at 12 p.m. I'll see you then. Um beijo. Tchau, tchau.